Hi, everyone. Hello. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Sacred Journey. I'm Emese Kelemen, and I'm very excited about today's interview or chat, more like girlfriendly chat with my dear friend and the woman I really adore because of her work and personality, Brooke Winkler, the founder of Engaging the Spirit. So, hi, Brooke. I'm so excited to throw
Hi,
you.
Amisha. I'm excited to be here today.
First of all, I would like you to introduce yourself for those who don't know you, but I would like to just mention how I met you. I met Brooke, I don't know, 3 years ago
I
now,
think so.
around at a fair, and we immediately connected because I'm from Hungary, and she she was one of the few people who even know what Hungary was, and she's been there, and we had a chat about that, her traveling, and also our common interest in spirituality and diving deep, and not just having superficial talks and living superficial lives. And so she invited me to her beautiful fair. That is the topic for us today, and this will be now the fourth annual Metaphysical Fair. Is that right?
It's correct, the fourth one.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, yeah. And I had the privilege to be there from the beginning and witness how this event brought more people together, beautiful spiritual seekers. And so I'm really, really honored to have met you, Brooke, and to be invited to this fair. So I want you to talk about yourself, your spiritual journey, and how did you come up with this idea to have a fair, and who is it for? So,
Oh gosh, there's so much. Well, when I was growing up, I was very intuitive. I would get messages and just have things happen. And back in the day, there was no Google. You couldn't like go and find information. You kind of had to be careful about who you talked about with it because people are judgmental or, just kind of the backlash from things like that. And so I was very lucky to have several very dear friends of my family that were open to spiritual things that would talk to me and help me guide me and help me learn things. And so after I was finished with college the first time, I had actually found Reiki because I had irritable bowel syndrome, and I found Reiki and it helped settle my stomach down. And that really kind of kicked off my journey because from there I was in private practice as a therapist for 20, I've been licensed for over 25 years, um, and got into yoga because everybody was looking for alternatives to medication, especially for anxiety and depression, and especially for children. And at the end of my yoga teacher training, I had to do a little internship, and I found a training for laughter yoga up in Lilydale, New York. If you're unfamiliar with Lilydale, New York, it's a spiritualist community, and it's like a 3-hour drive from Wooster. And I went, fell in love with the place, was supposed to stay 3 days, stayed 5, and then spent like the next 10 summers up there as much as I could. And um, after my laughter yoga training, I ended up becoming a spiritualist minister because I did a 2-year training through their program. And um, as a therapist, you're really supposed to know yourself and like work through things. And then becoming a spiritualist minister, just work through things at such a different level. And loved it, have dear friends from that. Um, more of my journey. At that time, my irritable bowel syndrome was getting worse, and I did a hypnotherapy session and actually found out that it really wasn't irritable bowel syndrome. It was secondary trauma that was all stored in my gut. And that hypno session completely cleared it up. Me being the person I am, I got to learn this. Let's go. I did hypnotherapy training. Um, and then I went to school. I'm now back in school, and I'm finishing up my doctorate in mind body medicine because the whole connection of mind, body, spirit just fascinates me, and it does all connect. And so, how I got to the fair part, I had put on the WHAT Fair, Wellness Holistic Alternative Treatment and Therapies Fair, in the spring, and was very interested in doing a metaphysical one because there's so many people that are seeking a spiritual connection and want to find people to talk to and have that community. And being in a conservative community, that doesn't always happen. And I'm like, I want to have the place where people can come find other like-minded people, and just be able to be open to exploring. And so that's how the Metaphysical Fair came to be.
Oh my gosh, when you mentioned all this, I got chills, especially at the trauma part, that how often we are just diagnosed with something and we bury some
Right.
crap deep, deep down, and it just cannot be unfolded in a rushing environment. Or I really am for Western medicine and Orthodox medicine, since I used to be a doctor, so I know all that. And this is a similarity between us also having the traditional therapy and then seeking the spiritual causes. And what I found, especially at these fairs, that some people just came with something superficial or seemingly physical, like you had. And I'm talking about the Metaphysical Fair that you host, because I met so many people, especially women, who had this totally, not necessarily denial, but they just had a physical symptom or just some stress that is accepted, okay, treat that, and then digging deep down, you explore all the roots, and you can actually just tear those roots out with these practices. And yes, right? And there will be so many practitioners, by the way, at this fair who do this gentle holding space, letting you go deep down to the core issues and bring them up. I just wanted to touch upon that because that is very important to me. And having a community of people who are interested in this, and they can feel safe and not judged, and they can actually share experiences, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's so many different ways to explore those things that you might find. My friend Troy is going to be there doing a sound bath, like that's so healing, and people might be more drawn to that. I'm a hypnotherapist, you do more shamanic. It's like there's so many different avenues to exploring and looking into it. I like to try it all. You get a different thing with each thing that you try and work through.
Yeah, I'm the same way. And here we talked about it before starting the recording, that we have our birthdays on the very same day. We are both very interested in life, Gemini. We like to explore and try everything, both of us. So I can resonate with that. I love to try all of these things too. And they can touch, or they can resonate with different aspects of one certain trauma, or even address different traumas. So yeah, everybody will feel their right choice, I believe. But yeah, go and try them all.
Try it all.
And the sound bath is so wonderful. So yeah, it will be great. So who would you recommend this for? Who is not really familiar with this fair yet?
So the Metaphysical Fair, it's Sunday, October 26th from 11 to 5, and the address is 2122 Williams Road in Wooster. It's at the Secrest Welcome Education Center on the OSU campus. And what we have one room that has a sound bath and Reiki practitioners, and Reiki is energy work. And I can talk a little bit more about that. We have a room with all types of different vendors in there. We have presentations. There's a place to make vision boards because it's manifesting what you want in your life. Love it. We have a food truck. We have a coffee truck. So there's all different types of things to try and experience while you're there.
Yes, wonderful people.
And so who is this fair for? It's $10 to get in. If you have children under the age of 10, they're free. Just come and experience. Some things might be great. Some others, it's like, take the best and leave the rest. I'm really interested in this. I'm like, yeah, that's not so much me. That's fine. Just come and experience it all. It's a great community of people and very welcoming.
Yes. Yeah. You have to try it before you know whether you or not. But also there will be vendors selling a lot of beautiful, like altar pieces, spiritual things. So yeah.
And we have readers there that will be doing psychic readings. And a reading is $30 for 20 minutes. Very talented readers, yes.
Yes. Speaking of which, I have a little surprise. I asked Brooke, being very in touch with spirit, to surprise us with a reading at the end of this chat.
Okay.
Tapping into the community, kind of tapping into the future. And that's what kind of advertising myself some. I will have a lecture on destiny retrieval, and this is very similar. So we tap into the future possibility, and bring the highest destiny down. And this is what I asked from Brooke to please honor us with a short reading. Tap into the community that will show up. Actually, we don't know who those people will be at, but you can bring the energy down and have a message for us, please. What can we expect? What is a good?
All right, I'm laughing because so when I did my ministry training at the end, we had to do a research paper, and I talked them out of making me do a research paper because I'd already been to grad school, not realizing I was going to be getting a doctorate and working on a 200-page dissertation. But I made my own oracle deck, and it's all the different spiritual meaning of flowers. And so I just pulled, this is what the back of the cards look like. So I just pulled 3 cards. The first one is discovery. And that is the hyacinths, which is a spring flower. This is about discovery. It's discovering what's meaningful to you. It's discovering new ways of thinking and things to look at and making new friends because it's just a cool event. The second one is magic. And this is actually a tree that's on the fairy trail in Lilydale. And I have a picture of me standing in front of the tree at night, and I swear there's a gnome coming out of it. Yeah, it's just, there is magic out there if we're open to seeing it and keeping our eyes open and our brains and our hearts, open. And then the third card that came is the bluebells, and they mean laugh. So there's going to be lots of good times on Sunday.
Oh
So just discovery, magic, and laugh. Those are 3 good cards.
Oh my gosh, that's perfect. I love those pictures. Wow. Yeah, I love that you made your own oracle deck. So come and explore that. And laughter is one of the best medicine.
It is.
Yeah. My gosh. And that's one of the things I love about you, that you always, no matter what's going on in life, you always just this, I don't know, this shining, radiant light to
thank you
community and your surrounding. So thank you for being that. And I came with a small surprise too. I'm just quickly tapping into the future, into this beautiful event, and I will bring down a small symbolic gift to enhance the message of these cards. So I'm going up to the 5th realm and bringing down a message. So just bear with me. Promise I will be quick. Okay, I tapped into this energy and into this beautiful fair that's coming. And I saw a group of people, a community around the fire. It was very simple, but very profound, I think. All of us around the same warmth, the same goals, and the same calling from spirit, beautiful fire that connects us in this beautiful community that you have built. And that's so important, because at the end of the day, it comes down to relationships and to community. And I am really very grateful to be part of that community. Thank you so much, Brooke. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad you're coming.
So come and join us, check it out, and we will put the links in the description so you can find it, the address, the time, and Brooke's website. And you can follow her on social media also, Engaging the Spirit on Instagram and Facebook, right?
Right.
Okay, all right. And we'll see you there. Bye.
See you Sunday.